Can they get up?
You know, on the looks, like, this could just be a straight-up finals match. Like, I was thinking about it, right? Like, these two teams, Winthrop University and Envy, especially now that Envy, like you said, has had the time to warm themselves up. To me, like, these are two teams that definitely stand out above the rest, in my humble opinion. And so, once again, I'm hoping that we do get potentially that map 3 coming along here, because everything looks so good coming from both of their squads. A lot of questions around that aggression and making sure to take that advantage are going to be asked on this one. Is Winthrop University going to be able to master some of that technique that Envy has honed so well? And already, Infiltrator does get caught out by that trip, but Envy will be able to take the site, and Cainzera starting this out with the pick.
Yeah, still feeling comfortable on this ISO as always, continuing to frag out, and Eggster will follow up quickly. Gonna now take that primary position here on the link, and they'll actually generate some extra space. Feeling out Ali's shield a little early. So Winthrop have to make the push now, and Envy know it. Can they stop it? Ion on the drop only gets one. Link exit.
Last player standing.
Will get nothing. Envy can hold the wall down, keep 3 standing for a pistol.
And a great one just to make sure that Envy, starting off on the right foot, you know, this is their map pick, so you expect them to be pretty darn good at Haven. Once again, I don't think that there has been a time that any team has taken off Haven from Envy, but at the same time, Winthrop University made sure that that Lotus percentage was not going to be 100% either, so great job to them. If it is one of these teams, I mean, Winthrop University is definitely a strong contender. Losing out that pistol round, that's okay. Going to be circulating around the site. Inferior weaponry here, but Envy are going to be just kind of storming the front as per usual. That unfiltered aggression once again. Ali just on the other side, but Cainzera understanding just where they might be coming from.
Knows exactly how active these players want to be this round. Good read on it. Rest of Envy will spread out. You have a lot of information to move. Who, of course, has walked up a little bit himself, but he will only get one. Infiltrator, the last one left here, does have the Sheriff, but pretty well read by Inspire. Infiltrator will take the long road. Also heard.
Spike planted.
Jumps in. First shot on the Kane's good. Eggster next line of defense.
Sorry.
Swipes
this
out.
Was portal closed.
Wipes out Infiltrator.
Solid round from Envy. One that was to be expected. If you're watching Valorant at this point, you know how that second round is supposed to go, and it will do just that. Of course, though, Envy going to be buying up weaponry as per seen. We do see Cainzera investing into that Vandal. And on the other side, this is going to be really the turning point where we should be seeing Winthrop University start to pull stuff out. If you paid attention to that first map as well, it was very similar to how things have been going. They lose the first couple, things are looking a little bit strange, and then the next thing you know, Winthrop University just have a clean sweep. So this is where we start to see them come alive.
Yeah, they started to light up as the map progressed last time they were here with this new composition. Cainzera, though, on his own rampage, and the raid boss is raid bossing. 3 kills deep into this, no doubt, continuous W key. After the smoke will fade away, and there goes the swing, there goes the kill. Does he get the ace? No, Nasi will put it to an end. But can he deal with the rest? So much more in his way. Cainzera has already cleared such a good path, and it'll be more than enough to gain Envy their 3rd round.
Yeah, and they're, at this point, just kind of steamrolling over it. We complimented on that last map just how coordinated Winthrop University looked on some of those raid takes. And this time around, like, maybe it's just the fact that they know they have to play a little bit more aggressive, but it feels like they're just looking for that opportunity, looking for a chance to kind of step in, and it's a little premature at times. You know, we see them go for some of these plays. Flair kind of stepping out a little bit early, trying to find something, moves as well, holding it down, trying to hold the site instead of back out. But as a result of that, Winthrop are giving up their lives, allowing Envy the momentum and space that they need to be able to find some of those picks. So it's going to be a trading of the recon darts. Canes are already so deep in.
Yeah, still just going to push forward on this Vol, but Nasi, again, able to catch it. He was the top frag previously for Winthrop here on this map, and Infiltrator somehow finding that shot on this Yoru. Now the reswing, and Nasi continues to go. Picking up that Vandal now for Winthrop. Remaining 2 here for Envy. Holding down the swing on top of the blind here from Infiltrator. Perfectly swung. Moves gets another. Poppin stands alone. Couple guns in his face now. He can swing onto one. Tries to transfer for the second, and Flare will reset, giving Winthrop a huge thrifty.
Okay, and as soon as I say, hey, what happened to that coordination? We see exactly that. It's like Winthrop University, they understand the aggression that Envy want to be playing with. So let's just set up some traps here. Let's make sure that when they move in here, sure, they're going to spot out somebody, Nasi, and at the back line, Infiltrator is able to watch it. You got the Stinger, go for that close range battle. You know Kainzera is going to be trying to take that fight right off the bat. But at the same time, Infiltrator watching the cross angle as well. Makes sure that Eggster, another player on Envy who has been fragging out, gets shut down immediately. Great protocol, great watching each other's backs to make sure that Winthrop find that thrifty round. And so rifles will be a guarantee this time around, as once again, it's just going to be setting up, ready to receive this aggression from Envy.
Full investment from them on this attack site. Into B they go. Flare sprays through the clone, and Moves is here too. Kane's got to do a lot of work here in the pre-plant as this spike gets babysat down, but Winthrop are ready to breach this again and again. Nasi has the bow out, but Ali is the one that comes out on top in the end here on backside. Winthrop University just continue to pummel that attack as it happens. Tremendous interception from them.
I don't mean to make this sound derogatory, but Winthrop University right now are kind of like cockroaches, okay? Hear me out. It's like you spot one and you're like, okay, this is a manageable problem. Envy, they swat it out of the way. But you know what happens if you find a singular cockroach outside? That means that there are so many more waiting in the background, making sure to take you down when you're not expecting it. And that's exactly what Winthrop University are doing. Every single time Envy, they find a single player and are expecting to just find that kill for free. Hey, we got the kill, let's move on, find the next one. Not the case at all. Somebody from Winthrop are watching.
Ali ready for this dive in on top of the ISO wall, but can't get a kill with it. Moves can though. Infiltrator continuing to try to press it, but it's all on Moves, who has gotten 3 now, holding down the backside. Flare is now here. The cavalry's come in time to deal with the push on the site. But are you feeling inspired? He's on one of his classic lurks again. Another classic lurk from Inspire. Spots the spike. It's like a carrot under a trap, and Inspire's a rabbit who's really good at Valorant.
All right, Tedrick, you might be getting a little bit lost in the sauce here, but let's see what Inspire can do, because Moves is going to be the first person to potentially spot this one out, just keeping watch on that actual spike. But Inspire's hand will be forced here. I don't imagine there's going to be a lot more time. And so they're probably just going to have to plant on this site.
You're going to have to go for this site for sure. Moves is spotted, so Inspire can make a run for it. Is it to another site? Hey, he's going to walk back into link here. Yeah, Flare is ready. Inspire beats it. Reduced to a 1v1 and an Earl theft to confirm that Moves is still posted up at C.
Spike. Tripwire destroyed.
Wire set up on top of one of the angles. Takes the other. Big camera to try and spot him, but Inspire caved up in the backside. Trap wire dealt with. Moves. Searching desperately for this angle. Assumes it's coming from the link because he thinks he's checked all of backside. Inspire waiting for the wrap back, but now Moves his hit spike again and he holds half. Inspire!
You forget.
Gets the clutch for Envy.
An unbelievable flick from Inspire. And on top of that too, you're talking about the desk, like who are the best Sentinel agents here? I mean, Inspire is up there for a good reason. That was a crazy round-winning kill. Just finds the timing here, bides as well, making sure to isolate this individual fight. Moves doing the most alongside Flare, making sure that no one can walk into that C site. And Inspire just single-handedly somehow wins the round for Envy. So Envy find themselves yet again up 4-2. Ali going exploring, does have to kill contract activated, but is alone on this one.
So many on this stack, and it's pushed into immediately. If Kainzera is here, he's gonna fight. He's gonna push Raw through this Cypher util. They have the clone to do it. And an attempt to find some intel as Winthrop once again fight early. Flare letting go of the garage right as Kane creeps up towards it, and no one's watching it! A moment of miscommunication lets all of Envy frag out and not drop a single player this round.
The cracks are showing. The cracks are showing right now for Winthrop University. Once again, they were traditionally very good at receiving the aggression that Envy were going to be doing there. But you know KaneZera is going to continue to press forward. You know these players are just going to be hunting for kills. And if you look away for a second, then Envy are going to be ready to punish you. An excellent job from Envy, just individually isolating their individual players, making sure to secure the kills, and then move on. That's what has carried them through this entire series. Unfortunately, Ali goes in a little bit deep, trying to make magic happen yet again, but doesn't quite find anything. However, there are a lot of people moving in now.
Ali's position is more than known. Eggster on the dimensional drift exits and does get the kill, lets the rest of Envy in, and they'll just let the bullets fly. Using a couple of proxy smokes, Winthrop will once again get on early with this gun diff, though. It's pretty easy for Envy to stifle this flame. Moves, as always.
Oh my.
Just keeps you on your toes, but Envy will make it 6.
It's one of those things where you're just like, yeah, okay, I think I know how this round is going to be going. And then suddenly, like, Moobs comes out with a multi-kill, and you're like, hold up a minute. And then you're immediately just locked right back in. And yet still Envy makes sure to close the door on that push. Right now, Envy, they're starting to heat up quite a bit. This is the Envy that we were expecting from the original Swiss stage. The Envy that had so much promise, that should have made a deep run in the first playoffs. Or sorry, the playoffs split 1. They have showed up to play. They've swept aside map number 1 and are looking extremely dominant on Haven thus far.
Really starting to get a handle on how they can execute this attack consistently, and everyone is looking a little more warmed up. A little more capable of diffing mechanically. Envy, a lot of early util usage here from Spawn to try to goad some util from Winthrop, and it does get out the Owl Drone from Nasi, but the stack is correct. Attempted kill contract early on here to catch a member of Envy, but it misses and still doesn't deter the push, so Winthrop just have to hold dry. Moves an Infiltrator can, though. Hold it down for the longest time. The stack was still always here and ready to fight, so Envy have to immediately change course. Ion with the TP over to C to reset this 2v3.
Keep in mind, the last 2 members alive, Ion and Inspire. You can't count Envy out of this one just quite yet, especially as Ion finds Flare just like that.
Can't bear to. Both having to come from Link. Trapwire set up on the garage. Infiltrator has the blind. Ion's planted on the box. Is it checked? Yes, moves, turns onto it. Inspire, another clutch in the books. Not this time. Winthrop will end the streak and make it 3.
Look at that, Infiltrator on moves, 45 and 46 HP. If Inspire found ahead, that was a definite winnable round. But still, teamwork makes the dream work. Winthrop University come alive yet again. 3-6 now. 3 more rounds left in this half. And yeah, we're going to be getting that timeout for Winthrop University. It felt like Envy have been getting away with a little bit too much. You can tell that Winthrop University, when the first execute happens, they come out on top of it. Things are looking good. And then it's just that let up, just a little bit, that allows Envy to just immediately steamroll back over them. Obviously, you want to keep your eyes on KaneZera. Obviously, you want to keep your eyes on Eggster. Right now, it's the backline for Envy that I've been just so impressed with to make sure that these clutches can come through.
At the end of the day, it's just come down to the fight. And truthfully, if you're Winthrop University, you might just have to settle for how close these rounds are going to be on the defense. Because truly, I don't think Winthrop University are playing this wrong at all. Their macro reads have been incredible since they've started playing on this map. They've always had a really decent read on where the attack is going and had a great response time to it. Just seems to get a little muffled when it comes to the actual fighting and lose too much scrap along the way. Comes down to these hero moments from these players that are holding the off angles, and you'd much rather have a team that's just completely put together for the interception, the full-blown catch and receive that Winthrop is so known for on this map. But Envy, of course, known on this map for very different reasons, just how dang good they are at killing. KaneZera has 16 in 9 rounds.
If you're wondering if KaneZera is warmed up, I think you've got your answer there.
Maybe a little bit.
And on top of that too, like, Ali, the player who had a monstrous performance on map 1, currently only has 2 kills. Things have not been working out too well. Adaptation, though, is known on where this is going.
He'll be the first interceptor again, hit by the Paranoia and the Vul. Infiltrator also hit by this too. It'll have to be a triple swing from the boxes, but once again, Exter finds an isolated ISO. And with KaneZera just taking the pot shots, the Hunter's Fury coming through from Poppin', it's just moves left on the backstab to be able to do any real damage for the time being. Flare peeks out of the dissipated smoke and is good for at least 1, but once again, it's Exter shutting it down. Now 3 for the Yoru, and Moves' position is more than found out. It'll get fully stacked on, at least for Sewer. Envy can't lose out on a round like this. Who else but Moves to go for a clutch like it, though? Eye on the watch from the high ground. Moves has so much to clear, and the first shot's taken will confirm the position. Looks like it'll have to be a save here for Moves.
Yeah, looking at the economy for the rest of Winthrop University, Infiltrator and Nasi should be able to buy up, but the rest of them are a little bit strapped for cash. It's tough times in the economy right now, and well, you got to make sure that you've got your best foot forward if you want to continue to contest this NV super team. That was just a clear extra round. Obviously, like when you think about the Yoru, you're thinking about these creative plays. You're thinking about this backstab, this teleport that came out of nowhere. And yet still this time, it's just Exter running down the front line. And of course, KaneZera as well, displacing another member of Winthrop University. And that is so key as well, because you know that Winthrop, they're excellent for that trade. And it's just enough disruption to make sure that this is going to be a secure round. So excellent job from the fraggers coming in on Envy's side. Exter and KaneZera having a pop-off round, which is going to help make sure that this is going to be an Envy-favored map up against Winthrop University.
Whatever Envy are facing, Havoc comes its way. That's how they've always played this map. That's how they want to win this map, to take us to 3, to try to secure their spot in the top 3 here in stage 2 of Challengers. It'd be a far better performance than they got in the previous split already. Gotta show up here, though. KaneZera sticking around, help with the Owl drone. Ali's gonna let that shield go. Toss out the wall. Infiltrator, early off angle, finds the kill. Stopped. KaneZera is still planted on the sewer to try to stall, but Envy have the lane.
Yeah, look at this. Flare ready to go with the Paranoia as soon as Ali makes the call. This time around, it's not aggression from Envy. It's baiting. It's waiting for Winthrop University to be a little bit too antsy. And so instead, the pivot kind of comes through. You'll be seeing the Paranoia as well. Ali then just poking around the corner, but Inspire, the only person left standing. Flare gonna have to go up against everyone.
Huge. How does that catch him? That's just unfair, man. Two players, 2 doors for Winthrop to try to re-breach this B site. That has all been Envy's. Boobs is in. Let him cook. Ion tosses up that smoke.
Oh.
And he'll have to abandon ship again.
Oh, moves. Staying alive, 1 rifle available. This is going to get Envy up to 8-3 now. So we get closer and closer towards that half. 1 more round left. And right now, Envy have just been putting on a clinic. It feels like they're just, the fast-paced attack that we're seeing when necessary is what's been really helping them make sure to secure some of these rounds, make it possible. A little bit of probably an error, I would imagine. Poppin tying at the very end there, but thankfully, Ion will have enough money to be able to buy up a rifle. Inspire will as well. But yeah, things are looking a little bit dire for Winthrop University. Not a great economic bank moving into this next one. Thankfully, though, they do have a lot of ultimates to make up for it, and here was that just unfortunate timing on the tag right into the smoke, and an elimination so clear. Dimensional Drift already utilized. Infiltrator just waiting to use one of his own, but instead will go for a swing against Inspire. Has to back out of that engagement.
That Dimensional Drift already breaching him. He knew his days were numbered. Supposed to just duck out. Moves has moved very deep already into the courtyard here. Could very easily catch Inspire if he's looking the right way. Yeah, he's just going to hold this lurk. Cypher v Cypher, 2 of the best sentinels in the country. Who wins it? It's Moves. Winthrop University go for a full-blown retake now, and with the help of the Hunter's Fury down the lane, it's very easy to do so. Infiltrator gets a kill on the Bucky. Just TPing right in, taking over. Now it's about the lane control, and a huge blind gives Exter an easy opening kill. Ion ducking out from the cubby. It's a little tougher for him. It's got to be all on Exter. Another blind gives him a second kill. Recon Bolt to reposition. Exter a third kill, and Moves can't hold the defuse, but he can't hold the peak. Exter felled, and Moves yet again clutches up for Winthrop University, who will nab 4 for the half.
It's so scrappy. In some of these engagements, you're expecting, okay, the fight's happening over here. The fight's happening all over the place. As soon as they decide to engage, it's just an all-out brawl on that C site. And that will make sure that Winthrop University get 4-8. Moves, the hero of Winthrop University currently, 15 kills on the long range, is able to shut down Exter, who has definitely been heating up since the last map. And now, let's see how this last one is going to go. Look at this. Moves being able to find that back lurk was so instrumental in winning this things out.
Hopefully Ali going to be able to play a little bit better here on the attack half as well. Only 2 kills to his name in that first half. Unable to really stop any of the pushes. He was so off in that first line of defense that was just trying to trade out that opening kill, but just could not get it done a majority of the time. We'll already start by using this wall to push in against the opposing ISO, but Ollie already has to retreat. Rest of Winthrop trying to save face, and they will. Huge backyard brawl in the lane to give Winthrop the early advantage here on A.
Yeah, and like, look at that. Throughout all of it, they only lose Infiltrator. It's so good, and honestly, it comes down to just positioning as well as good utility. The Shock Bolt got like all 3 of them, especially on a pistol round. Then it's just a couple of taps, and you're good to go. 2v4, though, on this retake.
1 step in, 1 drop down. Timing is never going to be perfect with this smoke active.
Shadows traveling.
Recon Bolt forcing Ion to make himself known. Inspire sprayed through on the trade, and Ali gets proactive on the smoke to nip it in the bud. Winthrop nab a pistol and immediately make this map plausible for them.
We're swinging right back into that, and look at that. Ali wants one of those performances that we saw last map, going for the Vandal purchase this time around. Gonna be looking for massive value here. Meanwhile, Envy, I'm curious to see how they're gonna be setting up their defense, because I imagine those 3 stacks that we see where they just kind of push out of one of these lanes, that's what I'm imagining we're gonna be getting a lot of on this one. They're ready to take the fight, and they're probably gonna be very proactive in trying to get some of this utility down. Poppin under a lot of pressure right now, will have to back out of here, as Winthrop University will get a lot of that space for free, while Envy set a trap on mid.
Another early insert, but Kane's not looking the right way, and Nasi with the catch on the window. Forces Inspire to go for the refrag, and he'll actually find one. So it is just a 1-for-1 trade that keeps Winthrop locked here in the A lane. Extra watching from on high. We'll get rid of that decoy early as Winthrop steps on. And we'll just try and garner a little bit of time for the rest of Envy to stack up and come through the lobby.
Now this 3-man flank, Infiltrator should be able to catch a lot of this. A lot more ultimate orbs too, I imagine, because you know Envy, they're going to be trying to fight this.
Infiltrator, tough misses. Have to blind himself back in now that he's behind the boxes. Good amount of lane space here, and Extra's revealed himself on high. How have we made this winnable out of nowhere? Extra, another on the classic. He's still causing some antics, and all of a sudden, Nasi stands alone. Envy win back the follow-up in a stunning fashion.
Wow. Didn't see that one coming, to say the very least. That is a crazy round coming in from Envy, and I wonder how much of that is just because Infiltrator, was unable to really hold that flank there. You see Envy be able to get so much space, and then suddenly a blind gets so much value as somehow Extra up top is able to get a kill in the midst of all of it, just with the classic, and then at that point, the floodgates are open from Winthrop. The timing coming in from Envy was perfect for them to be able to take that. And now they've got all the weapons that they need. It's going to be a very disparaged buy from Winthrop University. Infiltrator with that Bucky. Nasi only having just the Stinger in hand. And the Recon Bolt going down should tell where they're going.
Ion's immediately found out. Zera's already here, though. He's got a world of shields to pick from, but not enough bullets in the gun to get the ace. Envy put a quick stop to that entrance, though.
Wow. we talk about these rounds being extremely quick, like they just kind of fly by, and yet another one where that is 100% the case. That is crazy coming in from just holding it down. Zera, the left click demon, just flying through, able to find 4 kills, and yeah, exactly like you said, runs out of bullets just at the very end there, making sure to secure the shield, just allowing just enough time for Moobs to be able to get that headshot off. And yeah, still though, excellent round from Envy. You know they're happy with that one. Now hitting double digits, Winthrop University on the back foot. Need to push 5. They want to tie things up. But Envy, meanwhile, they've got their sights set on Ascent. Only need 3 more rounds to do it. Winthrop, though, will have a buyout.
Take flight. Owl drone early from Poppin once he hears the noise, and Ollie's shield just sprayed through. Extra sprays through the body, too.
Wow.
An Infiltrator tries to pick up the refrag. Immediate fail. Flare all the way behind. Poppin just sprays through. Envy go fishing and catch 3 big uns. Now planted completely on this A site. It's all but over. Nasi will catch Poppin, but Ion has the close angle for 1 and for 2. Another quick stop.
Yeah, and the Envy train, it doesn't seem like it's slowing down at this point. Got so much momentum. Zera as well now has this kill contract online. Get to see a nice little highlight round from Ion. Make sure that this is still such a winnable round, but it's these sprays through the smokes and mispositionings coming in from Winthrop University. It's like these little gaps just allow Envy to just make their way in and find nice and easy kills. These rounds are over so quickly, and it's so decisive from Envy thus far. Really looking to potentially get that map number 3. It's looking more and more likely now.
Exter yet again. Catching moves on the lurk this time. That's major. Oh, and Inspire. Lucy's Ollie too. It's just down to the B push. Process of elimination. That's what Envy's going through right now. Just 1 more to get this round, and Zera, who else? He saw Exter was only 1 kill behind him, and he was like, let me just fix that real quick.
Match point.
Now a stats player, especially too when you're winning by a little bit more of a dominant score line here. Envy now need just 1. It's looking very doable for them. This will be Winthrop University's buy up here. They've got 3 ultimates online, but these last couple of rounds just kind of come down to them peeking and immediately getting caught off guard. Envy able to secure some of these kills very early on, making it so that Winthrop University have to struggle every single time they want to make their way into any of these sites. If I'm Winthrop right now, I'm just looking for a fast on hit. Make sure to clear those corners, play some fundamental good Valorant. Make sure to cut down the members of Envy.
Yeah, don't give them any time to respond or start the fight themselves. Dimensional drift from Infiltrator is going to confirm exactly how many people are on this C site. The answer is now none after Inspire has left it. But he's going to re-enter it as this spike will go down. Oh no, moves, actually catches Extra. There's Inspire's entry, and he's good for 2. Hunter's Fury down the link, though, to regain that control. There's a 2-man creep up on top of the neural theft, though. Winthrop is also going to be ready for that. Owl drone is early from Poppin. Moves is crept all the way up to him, too. And Winthrop are the ones to meet all of these fights early. Take them all down. Zera attempted clutch to try to make this an easy 13-5. And Nasi, again, huge shutdown from him. So Winthrop will live another round.
And that just came down to moves, if I'm being honest with you. It's like Envy are... They know exactly where they need to execute, and they just can't wait to get there, right? Because you know that they're going to be shooting good. You know they're going to execute. They're like excited puppies to just run in and run over Winthrop University. But it's in that excitement that they let moves kind of sneak all the way to the back line here. And that's when moves get so much value, and it really just narrows down the pathways that the retake could be coming from to one specific location, and that's from your spawn. So a great job from Winthrop University mitigating some of that damage. They still got a long road ahead of them. They have to push 6 more rounds to tie things up. And a kill contract comes in first. It's going to be Poppin, getting scoped out here and somehow wins the duel against Ali.
And Zera also shutting down the push that comes after the fact to try to once again, gain that control back. The only control really gained is, again, from moves. No doubt, one of the best Haven players in North America at the moment. So consistent on this Cypher. Can he save another round for Winthrop? As the rest of the stack waits to see if anybody creeps up the flank.
If this is going to be a winnable round for Winthrop University, it's going to have to be on the back of moves. So far forwards, excellent positioning here. Has the real potential to catch the members of Envy off guard. Plant comes through now.
Hunter's Fury released. Kainzera pushing on top of it, and he'll win the fight against moves with the help of the shield. Hunter's Fury attacks on a Nasi too, and that'll be a guarantee. Is it flawless? It is from Envy. 13-6 the other way, and we will be going to map 3 for the umpteenth time for Winthrop University, and for just the second for Envy this split.